My definition of happiness would be the base of well-being. So that base point you get back to when you've had a happy moment or a difficult moment. Denmark is one of the happiest countries in the world and has been so for many years. And there's a number of reasons why, and I focus on 3 of them. Trust. Denmark has the highest level of trust in the world. It's at 78%. Most European countries are around 25%. Are you a trustworthy person? Do you treat other people with trust? How do you react when it doesn't work? Do you continue to build trust?
It turns out that when we have trust, we have 32 times more risk-taking. So people coming up with ideas, trying things. 11 times more innovation and 6 times more performance. Now, you want that, don't you?
And then you have a second pillar where it's about the freedom to be you. So the main purpose of Danish education is to develop the personality of the child. So it's just as important to be good at mechanics or manual stuff and sports and music, and we do cooking classes, any kind of class or education that might represent society. And so when you value all talents, it's more likely that they'll end up living their life and not just a life. And then also actually at the age of 6 years old, we develop empathy within the children. So allowing them to identify their emotions and express them, and also identifying those of others and understand them. And so very early we focus on these relations. 1.5 days a week goes on solving misunderstandings and conflicts in the workplace. 1.5 days. People are not working. They're just thinking that Peter is not doing a good job because he's arrogant, and that person is slow, and that person is strange. And so getting along with people, building beautiful relationships around you is a huge, important ingredient. The last one is the feeling of having an individual responsibility in a common project. So having a sense of meaning and purpose in life. 7 out of 10 Danes like paying taxes. And it's one of the most taxed countries in the world. And they actually want to contribute to this project, which is the welfare state. So they don't position themselves as victims of the project or judges. Oh, I don't like the prime minister, I don't like the minister. They kind of say, well, you know, I'm individually responsible of making this work. The starting point is really looking at yourself. As a leader, as an individual, am I being authentic? Do I know myself? What are the 5 values that really influences and dominates the way I react, the way I make my decisions? Do people understand that? Again, I go back to what I've said many times, the quality of our relationships, looking at people as human beings, connecting with them. And that is what's going to build trust, and also feeling like you belong to something.